Hello, hello, Jeff Helvin here from Ballin Brands, and today I'm going to show you how to create and manage opportunities in Infusionsoft. Now, the first note I need to make is opportunities is actually a module that you can add to Infusionsoft. So not everybody that has Infusionsoft necessarily has the opportunities option. So if you don't see that option in your system, if you don't see this link here, that might be something that you need to add. But right here, we're going to talk about those as if you do have it. So here's what we like to do with opportunities. Now, opportunities are actually a separate function than contacts or anything else in the system, meaning you can create an opportunity and then attach it to an actual contact, whereas a task is a little more specific to the actual contact itself. A task has to be attached to a contact. So in this case, what we're going to see in opportunities is if I click on opportunities, I can get a list of all the opportunities that are already set up in a system. Now, again, just to kind of make a comparison, opportunities are similar to tasks. However, they're attached to an actual pipeline stage or a sales process, whereas a task is really meant more for right now I'm going to reach out to so-and-so and just follow up with him to see if he's interested in doing something, or put together paperwork for XYZ customer. That's how I might use a task. Whereas an opportunity is someone who you're actively engaging they have indicated an interest and they are now moving through the pipeline process. Now that could happen before a sale. It could also happen after a sale and be used throughout the entire process. So we're going to visit that a little bit here, and you'll see in this example I'm actually using a real estate scenario where we have buyers and sellers and we have pipeline stages set up for the buyers and sellers. So in the opportunities, I actually can go in here and create an opportunity. So if I click on create opportunity, you'll see it pulls up a quick little action here that allows me to go ahead and start somebody in the pipeline phase. So this is assuming we don't already have somebody that we're working with, but somebody new that has come up as an option. So in this case, I'm going to do buyer, new opportunity. Now you also select who's going to do it. So in this case, I'm the only salesperson set up in the system. So I'm setting myself as the owner, and then I set when the action date is and certain notes. So this is one way to create an opportunity. Another way to create an opportunity is if I actually access, we'll do Tom Jones in this case, if I actually access the contact separately. So I can click on here to see if there's any opportunities in here, and in this case there's not. So I can click on Tom Jones. I can scroll down about halfway through the screen and see a lot of different follow-up activities I can do here. So I can add tasks, I can add notes. This is all part of the user field. But here I can click opportunities and I'll see that there are none attached to Tom right now. So I can simply click add opportunity. And what that does is it automatically attaches it to Tom Jones because I originated this opportunity record from Tom, but I also could select a different contact if I wanted to as well. So you'll see here it has Tom Jones. It says that I'm the owner. I could assign it to somebody else if there were others in the system available to assign it to. And then I can choose where they're starting. So in this case, we're just going to start a buyer new opportunity. So here's the notes. Let's say Tom reached out and said he's interested in purchasing a house. Okay, so what are my next action notes? What I'm doing is I'm setting the opportunity note is that he's interested in buying a house. The next action note is what I am going to do, of course, when this shows up on my day section. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and put call Tom to see when he's ready to purchase. Okay, that may not be the best first action, but I'm just using this as an example. So the next action date, I'm going to go ahead and put that as today because I want to do that today. And then there's a bundle option here, which is if we're using this for e-commerce and selling products, you actually can set this up to where the opportunity is attached to the actual potential sale. But in this case, in the real estate example, we're not attaching it to actual e-commerce in the system. So we're just going to create the opportunity here. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save. So from here, there's multiple ways now to manage opportunities. I'm going to show you the different ways you can, but then I'm going to show you my favorite way and the way that I would recommend you do it moving forward. So let me actually start with that. So my favorite way to do this is by going to the My Day section. So you simply hover over the Infusionsoft icon in the top left, and we're going to click on My Day. And this is a really quick glance of what I'm responsible for doing today, what the system is telling me that I have on my list. And this might show today and tomorrow. It'll also show things that are past due. But the idea is that I can log in the morning, look at my day, see what appointments I have, see what tasks that are set up for myself, and see what opportunities I have to follow up on. So for me, this is the best way, I believe, to manage your day because, again, everything's here in one spot. Infusionsoft is a very big and dynamic system, and frankly, it's easy to get lost in there trying to do a lot of different things, but if you refer back to here in this section, I think this is just the best way to keep it all organized. So in this case, I talk in other videos about appointments and tasks, so I'm going to go straight to opportunities here. And you'll see that these are my opportunities that are due today. So I have Tom Jones, which is the one I just created. I also have Tom Smith, which is another record that I have a different opportunity for. Now if you look at Tom Jones, you'll see it says buyer, new opportunity, because that's the stage he's in. And if you see Tom Smith, it says buyer in escrow, because that's the stage he's in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on Tom Jones here. And up here is the details of the actual opportunity. Down here, just like any other section in the My Day for tasks and appointments, this actually shows me information specific to Tom Jones and allows me to quickly navigate through the different pieces of information or the different functions that I can perform on Tom Jones. But in this case, I'm looking at the actual opportunity here. So it simply says Tom Jones, it's his name, it shows what stage he's in, and when it's suggested that we actually move that opportunity by. And this is all set up in configuration, so we're not going to focus on that here today. And then this is what I'm supposed to do, call Tom to see when he's ready to purchase. Okay, so let's say I'm ready to call Tom. I go ahead and give him a call, and I click the edit icon for the opportunity, and it's going to reiterate what I already have, but then it's also going to open up the opportunity for me to change some of this information. So let's say I talk to Tom and Tom says, listen, I'm very interested. I already know what house I want. I've already been pre-qualified. I just need to see the property and we're ready to go put in an offer. So in that case, we're skipping the fact that he hasn't responded back and an appointment. We're not even having an appointment. We're literally just going to do it all on the fly in this case. Now that may not be the best recommendation, but I'm just using this obviously for demo purposes. So let's say we're going to just qualify him as a straight up A buyer. So really at this point I'm going to say what I've done. So my last action notes, talk to Tom and identified that he is ready, willing, and able to purchase a home. Okay, I could put in additional notes if I want. This will get recorded in the record. I'll show you where that goes now. So you can be as detailed as you like as far as the last action and those and what you specifically discussed with him. Now, where opportunities are useful is now in the next action. So what's my next action with Tom? So I'm deciding right here, right now, that if Tom himself is not instigating the next step, what should I be doing with him? Now, if Tom is an A buyer and he's ready to put in an offer on a property, then obviously I need to meet with him, show him the property, and we're ready to put in an offer. So my next action is to connect with Tom and show him properties. Okay. Now, when do I want to do that by? See, so this is where we make that decision. So again, if he's an A buyer ready to look at stuff, this might all happen today. But bottom line is, if it doesn't happen by tomorrow, in this case, then I want to know that I need to reach back out to Tom. Okay, so what happens is when we deal with a lot of leads and opportunities in the system, it's really easy to forget what we did last, what we're supposed to do next. Okay, so this is really our best opportunity to to really set this up and set ourselves up to win. So in this case, it's connect with Tom and show him properties, and it's for tomorrow. And let's say I want to do it by 1 p.m. Okay, so I go ahead and set that here, and then I'm going to hit save. Now when I hit save, it's going to disappear off of My Day today because I've already done everything I can do with Tom today. There's nothing more. But tomorrow when I log into My Day, Tom's going to show back up here on my list. Okay, so now tomorrow, if I haven't scheduled a time to show him properties, it's back on my list to schedule time and show him properties. And that's how we work the opportunities from there. So this is really going to be your best way. You saw how to create an opportunity, and then in this case, this is how we go ahead and manage and follow through with our opportunities. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We love helping our customers, and we love Infusionsoft. Our email address is team@ballenbrands.com, and we look forward to hearing from you.